Hi everyone. For today's lab session, we'll go for service account and roles. This is fundamental level. Actually, there are many type of authentication or authorization in order to determine the privilege of the user. But this is more on the service account, not the user level, service level. Okay. When you see your Google Cloud platform, there are many services available. This means the privilege will be based on the service requirement to access a specific resources in the cloud. Okay, you can read it first. This activity you will learn and you will create and manage service account, and then create virtual machine and insert with the service account. Then use client library to access BigQuery. This is more on the function. Okay, and run a query on BigQuery public dataset from compute engine instance that we created, which this compute engine actually belong to a specific service account. Okay, this is all this uh, have been done before. If you have go through, you can try to look at this. Okay, to better understanding about what we will do in this lab. Set up this normal normal start for each of our lab. So we show this one, you just directly go to your start lab, launch with 5 credits. What? Why recaptcha? Oh, wait for the lab open your Google console, log into using different user. Activate your cloud CLI. Cloud shell. So it takes some time to be provisioned. At the same time, you can refer back to the manual here. So you can check also your ID, project ID. You can copy your project ID later. Can compare back the value of your project ID. Okay, now we have the project ID. Compare the previous one. Yes, same project ID. You can check one more time. Oops. No, there's the project ID. Authorize it. So this is your account. List your project. Same process before we start. Okay, same project ID. Okay. So you can see what is service account all about. So here, for example, compute engine VM may run as a service account, and that account can be given permission to access resource it's needed. Look like the memory and so on. Storage, right? There are three types of service account: user managed, Google managed, and also API based Google. Now we will start to create and managing our service account. First, create a service account using this command. Use the same name, my SA123 service account 123. Created. Okay, service account created. And now we granting role to service account, specific service account with specific role. You can treat a service account either as a resource or identity. You grant role as a service account so that the service account has permission to complete specification on the resource in your cloud platform project. For example, you might grant the storage.admin role to service account so that it has control of object and bucket in the storage. Example. Now we run the command to grant role to the service account just we made. Okay. This is what a service account name, right? And the role as editor. Created. Version 1. Okay. Just check your progress. Completed. Only 15% of the overall web, so please proceed back. So now understand about the roles. What is the role actually? It's more on the identity, group of identity. So because in giving appropriate permission to the resources in your cloud environment, you can grant the permission using based on the roles to to user group or service account. Type of role, there are three types: primitive, which include the owner, editor, so on, or predefined, which provide general access for specific service and are managed by Google Cloud. And then custom roles, which providing granular access according to user specified list of permission. Later we will go into this one, IAM roles. Okay. AWS also using IAM as their access control. So we will simulate the the roles in BigQuery system. Okay. First we will create service account. In your menu, go IAM and admin, service account, and create service account. Okay. IAM and admin, service account, create service account. Click create. So we put the name here, just follow. role. Create data viewer. The roles. This might be create data viewer and BigQuery user. You add new role. User. Okay, BigQuery user here, same. Okay. Next, done. This. Next, now we will create the VM instance. Compute engine VM instance and create instance. These are the basic instance creation in the menu. Then you just follow value that given when you create instance. For the new student instance mean the virtual machine host lah. We will create the host using specific operating system, which we later we can access and make it as our application server whatsoever. This instance, then just give the name BigQuery instance, region US Central Iowa. Okay, correct. US Central 1A, correct. No need. Series N1. Series is the type of virtual machine spec. E2 N1 here. This will be given a specific machine here. Right. N1 standard, 1 virtual CPU and 3.75 memory. One standard one. Okay. Using Debian Linux 10 BigQuery Lab. Okay, this one only automated. So this one already given. With this image Debian Linux 10 given service account BigQuery Lab. Service account. This one, okay. You search, then you enter. Then click. Firewall not yet configure, right? Later if you require to configure, we'll configure. So just create first. You got all the tutorial here if you want to learn. Okay, next we will put the example of the code on your compute engine. This means your virtual server. First, we need to SSH. That means we need to connect to the virtual machine or virtual server that we created. Because currently we are in our cloud console. That means cloud management console, not inside the machine or virtual machine that we created. So this is still in management console. This is management console. But now we want to connect and put the code to the virtual server that we created. So click SSH button. This one SSH, right? Go instant. Connect SSH. This one connection. Okay. SSH button here. So this will be available. Connect. Now we are connecting to the virtual server that we have created before. Okay, now we are in our virtual machine, Debian virtual machine. Inside here, the big one is for our management console. If you want to close, you can close. You can click back. So we can update our virtual machine. Actually, most of it updated, so no issue. Then we will install Python virtual environment inside our machine, our virtual machine. Okay. Python virtual environment. Complete. So this not in our PC, in Google Cloud environment data center. That's why very fast, right? Next, we will set the environment. Python 3. Done. And now activate the virtual environment. Now we are inside the virtual environment of Python. Next, in the SSH window, install the necessary dependency by running the following command. We just copy. This command should be run to install the required dependencies for the package or Python package that we will use. On the fly, everything on the fly. We don't require to install in our own laptop. take some time based on how many package you will need to install. Keep done. Next, another package, Google Cloud BigQuery. Then we install this one, Python Hero. Next, Pandas package. Now we create an example of Python file that consists of the query here. Script, okay. Let we add new project ID for this Python file, query.python. Goodbye. Then look at the cat. Okay, this is the cat file. Look at the file, then we see the same thing, right? Next, we will add the service account email to query.python with this command. Then we check back to look at the changes. Click save. Okay, cool. It will differ lah. Okay, now application now use permission that are associated with the service account. Now run this query. Can we open? We should be return with a similar output, but we have 22, 28 no, 28 for 2. But the partner will be similar. Example, number 7, but my row number 4. Your row value might not map to the year in the above. However, make sure that the babies per year are the same. That means how many babies for 2022. 4 million, for example. Then check your progress. Complete. Okay, this one. Later you can complete others. This one completed. Okay, quite simple because it just based on the query and also the privilege. Okay, that's all.